Hello, my name is Muhammad Daniel. In this video, we are going to explore into the fascinating world of Wayang Kulit, a timeless heritage in the field of art. Wayang Kulit, which translates to a shadow puppet theatre, is an ancient storytelling tradition that traces its root to the Malays. It's a mesmerizing blend of art, culture, and mythology that has been captivating audiences for generations. The puppets come to life as the soft glow of lamplight creates lovely shadows on a white screen. These puppets are manipulated by puppeteers while a fascinating story that weaves together myth, legends, and moral stories plays out. But Wayang Kulit is not just about the puppets. It's a symphony of different artistic elements coming together. Traditional musicians play instruments like the gamelan and serunai to create an evocative atmosphere during the performance. The characters themselves are a testament to the craftsmanship involved. Carved from buffalo or cow hide, each puppet is meticulously designed, reflecting the personality and role it plays within the story. From the heroic to the mischievous, these characters embody the rich tapestry of Malay culture. The puppeteer, often referred to as the Tok Dalang, is the heart and soul of every Wayang Kulit performance. A master storyteller, the Tok Dalang not only manipulates the puppets but also provides the voices and sound effects, guiding the audience through a captivating story. Even in the modern world, Wayang Kulit is still successful by bridging the gap between the past and the present. It serves as a celebration of heritage and source of inspiration for contemporary artists.
Alright, good day, sir. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us today. Could you please introduce yourself and share with us your perspective on the preservation efforts of Wayang Kulit?
Yeah, sure. Good day to you as well, Mr. Daniel. My name is Mitred and I am the gallery curator at Fusion Wayang Kulit. It is my pleasure to discuss about the preservation of Wayang Kulit of our gallery. Our gallery, Fusion Wayang Kulit, is dedicated not only to showcase the traditional art, but also ensure the preservation for our future generations.
Could you please elaborate on the specific steps or initiative that Fusion Wayang Kulit has undertaken to preserve this art form?
So we believe in a multifaceted approach to this preservation. So firstly, we collaborate with experienced Wayang Kulit artists to conduct workshop and also training. So these workshop and training will help pass down the intricate techniques and also storytelling method to the younger artists. We also establish some partnership with some schools to further the preservation goals by introducing Wayang Kulits to the school students. So by integrating this into the curriculum, we can ensure that the younger generation can expose themselves to the cultural treasure. We also work closely with cultural institutions and government bodies such as Pusaka, Matic, and also Motak, and many more to organize more exhibition and event that highlight the art form's significance.
That sounds like a great approach. Alright, moving on. I've been through the Fusion Wayang Kulit social media and I've noticed that the unique approach of your team in incorporating modern pop culture icons such as Batman, Star Wars, Aquaman into traditional Wayang Kulit performance. How does this adaptation contribute to the preservation of the art form?
Alright, so our approach at Wayang Kulit Fusion is aimed to capture the interest of contemporary audience while also respecting the roots of Wayang Kulit. So by weaving iconic figures like Star Wars characters, Marvel superheroes, and also modern musicians like Ed Sheeran, if you notice, into the performance, so we can create a bridge between the generations. So this fusion is not only retain the essence of traditional art form, but also introduce it to the new audience who might have not have otherwise engaged with it.
I see. How do you manage to balance the incorporation of pop culture with preserving the core elements of wayang kulit?
I think it's all about finding harmony between innovation and also the tradition. We can introduce new characters and also theme. We can ensure the fundamental aspect of wayang kulit, such as the intricate shadow playing techniques and also the storytelling methods remain intact. So
Mhm.
this balance actually crucial to pay homage to the past while embracing the present.
All right. Last question, sir. In your opinion, what can individuals can do to support the preservation of wayang kulit?
So actually, anyone can play the role regardless of race, not only Malay. I
Mhm.
also, an Indian, get involved in Wayang Kulit due to deep interest to it. Even our founder and co-founder are Chinese, which is Mr. Tintoy Cho and also Tek Huat. Wayang Kulit should have been seen by every Malaysian as a nation's heritage, not only a matter of race. Attending performances, sharing them on social media, and also participating in the workshop can actually raise the awareness.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Mitran, for your
Yeah,
valuable insight and for sharing your experiences with us. We appreciate your time.
yeah. Thank you very much for your time to interview me.
All right.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Muhammad Fizrahman bin Muhammad Faisal and I will be explaining about the different type of identity or culture for wayang kulit in Malaysia. Various forms and types of shadow puppetry can be found across Asia, particularly in Southeast Asia. Each type has its own distinct form and characters, which differ somewhat from one region or societal background to another. Today, in the Peninsula Malaysia alone, there are 4 types of shadow puppetry, each reflecting the influences of different society and cultures that have impacted those communities. The 4 types of shadow puppetry in Peninsula Malaysia are Wayang Kelantan, Wayang Melayu, Wayang Purwo, and Wayang Gedek. Firstly, Wayang Kelantan. These forms of shadow puppetry were originally known as Wayang Kulit Siam due to the rule of the Malay state of Kelantan, which originated from Patani in the Siam region. However, it is believed to have originated from Cambodia and was brought into Kelantan through Patani. These puppetry traditions spread widely along the east coast of Peninsula Malaysia. The stories depicted in this puppetry are based on the narrative of Hikayat Seri Rama, which is a collection of stories adapted from the Indian epic Ramayana. The decorative carvings of these puppet statues exhibit many similarities to the Patani statues. They are carved in a side profile stance and are often positioned atop vehicles. Mechanically, only the front hand are movable, usually holding weapons or other insignia. The musical instrument for this puppetry consists of a flute, a pair of double-headed drums, a pair of single-headed drums, a pair of gongs, a pair of cymbals, a single bronze gong, and a small handheld gong. The language used in this traditional theatre is the Kelantan dialect of the Malay language, displaying the influence of Patani. Next is Wayang Melayu. This type of puppetry is found on the east coast, especially in Kelantan and Terengganu. However, their numbers are very limited. The stories of Malay puppetry are based on episodes from the Mahabharata, especially the story of the five Pandavas. This puppetry is also influenced by the Panji tales. In terms of movement, it exhibits similarities with Wayang Purwo, where both hands of the puppet can be manipulated. These puppet figures are easily recognizable based on the position of their heads. Kind-hearted characters usually bow their heads downward with small and graceful body shapes. Rough and arrogant characters typically have large noses and tilt their head outwards. The musical instrument consists of a rabab, 6 canang instruments, 2 large gongs, 1 mong instrument, 2 drums, and a pair of kesi. The story is conveyed in Javanese language while incorporating local Malay dialect. Next is Wayang Gedek. Wayang Gedek is prevalent in the northern part of the west coast of Malaysia, especially in Kedah and Perlis. This puppetry is performed by both Malay and local Siamese people. It is believed to have originated from a type of Siamese shadow puppetry known as Nong Talong, which is why its puppet figures, musical instrument, and even the style of performance resemble Siamese traditions. The storyline of Wayang Kulit shares many similarities with Nong Talong. However, there are several modifications in this puppetry that incorporate local elements. Wayang Kulit stories often include scenes from popular contemporary narratives. In general, the influence of Nong Talong is evident in terms of carvings, attire, decorations, and the like. These puppet figures are carved to face forward. The musical instruments of this puppetry consist of a pair of gadombak drums, a pair of gongs, a pair of kerincing instrument, a geduk instrument, and a serunai flute. Typically, Wayang Kulit performances are presented in either the Siamese dialect or the Kedah Malay dialect. And lastly, Wayang Purwo. This puppetry is found in the southern part of the west coast, especially in Johor, and is performed by the Javanese descendant. The stories of this puppetry are based on the Javanese version of the Mahabharata epic from India, specifically the story of the Javanese Pandava. However, the influence of the Panji tales is not apparent in these stories. Overall, these puppet figures resemble the Kelantanese shadow puppet figures. The notable difference are in the shape of the puppet eyes, mata jahitan for hero characters, mata pepelangan for villainous characters, and mata prebes for sage characters. The musical instrument of Wayang Purwo differ from other puppetry forms. They include a large gong, a smaller gong, a set of gambang, 5 kempul instruments, 5 kendong instruments, 2 sets of gonda, a slentum, a set of saron, a set of peking, a set of ketuk, a rebab, and a drum. Therefore, the accompanying tones for this puppetry performance are also distinct. This puppetry is presented in the Javanese language, but local Malay dialect is also incorporated into the story dialogue.
As audience members respond with applause, laughter, and engagement, their interactions complete the multimedia experience. Their reaction became an integral part of the narrative, a dynamic exchange that underscores the power of art to bring people together and evoke shared emotion. In conclusion, Wayang Kulit in Malaysia is a treasured cultural gem that continues to captivate audience, pass down stories, and preserve the nation's heritage. Its conclusion not only brings resolution to narratives, but also leaves a lasting impression on spectators, highlighting the importance of cultural preservation and artistic expression in modern times. Thank you.